Hello everyone, we are going to discuss the chapter Cell Division of Standard 11 today. To begin with, we know that cell division is the phenomena by which a parent cell may divide into two daughter cells. Cell division is mainly a part of cell cycle. Cell cycle, which includes the metabolic stages of a cell, including the dividing stages and the controlling stages of the division. So to begin with, a cell division initiates with the preparation of division, that is interphase, or we can also call interphase as a stage between two successive division. This interphase is divided into three substages called as the G1, S and G2 phase. In case of G1 phase, a cell prepares mRNA, histone proteins which are required for further packaging of the DNA molecule, and the duplication of centrosome, that is centriole formation, which will lead to spindle formation ahead in cell division. Followed by S phase, which is the synthetic phase or also called synthesis. Here the DNA is synthesized or duplicated in a diploid cell where we have 2n number of chromosome. It is duplicated to 4n. It nearly takes 6 to 8 hours in a general mammalian cell. In case of G2 phase, more of ribosomal RNA, small nuclear RNA and certain other nuclear RNA are synthesized, followed by synthesis of more of the proteins for spindle formation. Now we will discuss how is the cell cycle regulated, or a mechanism called regulation of cell cycle. It occurs with the help of certain biochemical switches which serve as a control for transition of several stages between and within the cell cycle. So these biochemical switches are in form of certain regulatory molecules being synthesized by the gene mechanism. These regulatory molecular proteins are the cyclin. When these cyclins are formed, they start activating an inactive form of enzyme present in the cell called CDK, that is cyclin dependent kinase. The cyclin dependent kinase further phosphorylates certain protein factors which initiate the transition of cell into its next phase. So basically we have three checkpoints in a cell cycle. The G1 checkpoint, in which transition from G1 to S phase occurs, the M checkpoint in which transition from S to G2 phase occurs, and the anaphase promoting complex checkpoint, which is mainly controlling the chromatid segregation during anaphase. Now next we will talk about amitosis, which is also a kind of cell division occurring in single celled organisms. This type of division is a kind of direct cell division. Bacteria, cyanobacteria, yeast, amoeba, certain mammalian cartilage cells and the seed endosperm may undergo this kind of division. The main mechanism includes elongation of the nucleus followed by constriction such that the two daughter nuclei are formed. The separation of daughter nuclei is followed by cytoplasmic constriction, leading to ultimately formation of the two daughter cells. So over here there are certain limitations. No spindle formation will occur and no chromosomal differentiation will take place. Generally these have a very low chromosome number in single prokaryotic cells, or they may have a single chromosome. Hence duplication of chromosome will not take place and the genetic material will be equally distributed into the two daughter cell by the nuclear division. Now we will take discuss over here the duration of cell cycle in human. In humans, generally, an entire cell cycle is of 24 hours. In case of G1 phase, which may be 5 to 6 hours, followed by 8 hours of S phase, followed by nearly 4 hours of G2 phase. Then the mitotic stages are inclusive of 2 hours, having variable durations. In prophase 50 minute, then in metaphase 10 minute, anaphase 3 minute, telophase 57 minute, and followed by 16-hour duration of cytokinesis. So that is how a 24-hour cell cycle in human being goes on. Now we are going to discuss the topic mitosis, that is somatic cell division. As we can see that mitosis is the cell division that occurs mainly in somatic cells of eukaryotic organisms. It is an equational division that occurs both qualitatively and quantitatively in the plant meristem, bone marrow, epithelial cell and fibroblasts. Mitosis can be further divided into 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now we will discuss each of the phases. Prophase, which can be further divided into early, intermediate and late substages. The chromatin starts condensing itself to be packaged into chromosome. The centrioles that have duplicated in interphase, they move to poles. Then asters are formed, nucleolus, nuclear membrane will disappear. Chromatids, by the time of late prophase, they are clearly visible, distinctly visible. Spindle formation from the asters may start taking place. Now when we reach to metaphase stage, spindles have been completely formed. Chromosomes, they come and align at the equatorial plane. Spindle fibers, they would attach to the kinetochores which are specialized protein structures which bring about constriction or the centromere in the chromatids. So spindle fibers will attach to these protein structures of chromatids, and arms of the chromosomes, they will lie towards poles, whereas the centromere would be directed towards the equator. As you can see over here in the diagram, in case of metaphase, the chromosomes are attached to the spindle fiber in such a manner that the poles are at equator and the arms are towards the poles. Now we'll move on to the next phase, that is anaphase. In case of anaphase, the spindle fibers would start contracting. Since they are made up of the contractile subunits, microtubules, which in turn are made up of contractile protein called tubulin. The centromere are pulled in such a manner that they will equally pull away the chromatids. Sister chromatids would now separate. It is pulled in such a way that the centromere will lie towards the poles and the arms of the chromosomes would be directed towards the equator. Now chromatids will start moving away from the center towards the pole, forming structures like V, L, I and S shapes. These shapes are obtained due to the position of centromere in different type of classified chromosomes. Interzonal fibers, these are the spindle fibers, very fine fibrils which emerge due to the pulling apart of the chromatids. So they are visible between the separating chromatids. Now we can see over here in the figure, in case of anaphase, the chromatids which are being pulled away from the centromere towards the pole, they may acquire different shapes. In this structure, we can see the microtubule of the spindle fiber, how they are attached to the kinetochores. Now, this is some noteworthy information regarding the spindle fiber. Spindle fiber, which are formed from the astral rays from centriole. These fibers can be classified into two types, chromosomal fiber and polar fiber. Chromosomal fibers are the one between pole and chromosomes. That means these are the fibers which are mainly holding the chromosomes of the chromatids. Then the polar fibers are the ones arising between the two poles of spindle. They do not emerge or do not hold the chromatids. On the basis of the structure, spindle fiber is made up of two components, 97% the contractile protein tubulin and 3% RNA. Now we will talk about the last phase, that is the telophase. In telophase, the chromatids reach opposite poles and start uncoiling to form chromatin material. Astral ray spindle disappear, nuclear membrane, nucleolus reappear. So that is how the future daughter cells are now preparing themselves to be fully formed. Now these are the events which divide the nucleus, hence called as karyokinesis. Now when the nucleus has been equally divided, it has to be followed by cytoplasmic division. So the division of cytoplasm is mainly cytokinesis. Cytokinesis may occur differently in animal and plant cell. Reason being, plant cell possess cell wall, whereas in animal cell they have only membrane or plasma membrane. In case of animal cell, there are certain rings of actin filaments or the myofilaments in plasma membrane which pull equator of the cell inwards, forming fissure. Now this fissure in form of furrow, it deepens and as actin contracts, and that is how the membrane would cleave the cytoplasm into two. In the same manner, in plant cells, Golgi vesicles, the Golgi bodies may be present in form of vesicles equally. These vesicles may rearrange at the metaphase plate and start fusing, such that they would form a fused structure called phragmoplast. This forms a kind of cell plate which will begin from center towards the cell wall, and that is how they would separate. This would work as a middle lamella over here, hence separating the cell wall and the cytoplasmic content of the daughter cells. So this vesicle membrane divides cell into two daughter cells. So that is how cytokinesis is the final stage of the mitotic division. Now in case of plants, cell division can be arrested artificially by the use of a chemical called colchicine, which is obtained from a plant called colchicum. This chemical is used to arrest cell division. Arresting of cell division mainly occurs after the duplication of DNA in the S phase. This is a useful process in plant breeding wherein the breeders may get polyploidy. So that is how we sum up with the process of mitosis. The next division, that is meiosis or the reproductive cell division, would be discussed in our next slide.